wait a minute, Otis. How you gonna provide commentary on everything? Well, he is like the only one living now, but it's like he don't give no tea. Otis, if you ain't gonna give us no tea, stand down, nigga. Bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe, because it is so important to our success here on the YouTube. And if you are not already a part of our book club, shame on you. Shame on you. Because we know what the next book is. You see what it's like when you outside of the loop. But if y'all was to pay y'all $5 fee via the YouTube or the Patreon link below, you could be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's talk about that 6 foot size 17 shoe wearing, reaching for a high note but never getting it. And ooh, it sounds so good, googly-eyed David Ruffin. So let's start here, okay? David Ruffin was born January 18th, 1941, Capricorn, in Why Not, Mississippi. Why not? You say yes. Why not? At first, I thought them ninjas down there at the TVone was lunching. I'm like, did they misspeak? Am I hearing something wrong? Because y'all know I'm almost 50. I can't hear a lot of stuff. I'm like, Joe, can you speak up? The family moved from Why Not, Mississippi to Meridian, Mississippi, okay? 10 months after David Ruffin was born, his mother, Ophelia Davis, died suddenly. Because you know them pappies back in the day can't handle the pressure. All I see is Mr. from The Color Purple, you know, in the house by himself trying to cook up a meal, and it ain't working. So he decided to go find him a nice, loving, sanctified woman. In addition to nurturing and loving the children at home, or her stepchildren at home, she was a teacher. So she was, or it sounded like she was an all-around good person, okay? David Ruffin's father hit the jackpot. Now, at the age of 14, he left home as a result of his father saying the only way you're going to make it, son, is if you get out of Mississippi. How he made it out of Mississippi was through touring with the Womack brothers, okay, including Bobby Womack and the Staple Singers. I was like, ooh, now that is a good tour to be on. Now I don't know if they were sitting around like, you know, the Monococali bus around there to the Motown review. Okay, I don't know if, you know, they was the Womack brothers and the Staple Singers was slobbing each other down. I don't know about that. Okay, that's not what they said in the TVone episode. At 16, David Ruffin followed his older brother, Jimmy Ruffin, to Detroit. A man named Eddie Bush took guardianship over David Ruffin. I wonder why his big brother, Jimmy Ruffin, didn't take guardianship over him, because Jimmy Ruffin was like 5 years older than him, okay? Maybe Jimmy Ruffin was on some other stuff. I don't know. But it's just a question that, you know, is in the back of my mind, like, why didn't that happen? Once Eddie Bush took over guardianship of David Ruffin, he became Little Davy Bush, okay? You want to change your name for this nigga? He is creating bubblegum music like You and I and A Statue of a Fool in 1958. You know how they had a commentary, okay? Oh, my God. His first wife is still beautiful. That second one, the second baby mammy, I don't know, girl. I don't know. She been through a whole lot of traumatic experiences, but the first one looks beautiful. She said that she was around there on a street called Euclid Street, okay? And this tall, skinny, funny guy came up to her and wooed her. I could see it. I could see that size 17 shoe and them googly eyes shucking and jiving. I could see it because David Ruffin seems like he is a fun-loving guy. Like he is a very animated guy, which they later say that he is. But sometimes the funniest people are the most broken. You know, the most charismatic people are the most broken. At the age of 19, and he was 20, in February 1961, they got married. As of 1961, David Ruffin had a local hit. Actions speak louder than words. He on the move, y'all. Now here come Otis. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing about Otis Williams. Y'all just gonna keep letting it pass that Otis Williams don't get on y'all nerves. Is that what, you know, am I the only person that's like, wait a minute, Otis, with your goody two shoes ass? Okay, wait a minute, Otis. How you gonna provide commentary, okay, on everything? Well, he is like the only one living now, but it's like he don't give no tea. Otis, if you ain't gonna give us no tea, stand down, nigga. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I asked the book club. I was like, book club, do you want to do the Otis Williams book? You know, the latest Temptation book that the Otis Williams made. Let me tell you what the book club said. Hell no, answer no. Otis said was that he recognized David's talents early on because he could sing and he could maneuver on stage. He knew how to grab the audience's attention. Do you know how hard it is to be an entertainer? Okay? You know how many people down here on the YouTube that is struggling with channels, okay, including me, trying to grab the people's attention? That's hard to do. You know, some people, like the Otis, got to stand in the back because he does not have that capability to grab the attention of a full crowd. You know what I'm saying? Now, it may be one girl in the back named Shirley that's like, ooh, look at Otis today. He looking real good. That jerry curl is looking greasy. Now, the Temptations had recently signed with Motown. Okay, now at the time, all 5 positions was filled. Now, after a while, Jimmy and David went to visit Otis at his apartment, okay? David Ruffin said to him, look, man, I'm trying to get with your group, okay? What I got to do to get with your group? Again, Otis says all 5 spots is filled, brother. I recognize your talent, but my hands are tied. David continued expressing his intent to sing with the group. And one day, the position became available. Why? Because the damn Al Bryant had got drunk one night and cut open Paul Williams' face. Oh, that nigga gotta go. And lo and behold, eventually they would cut Paul Williams out the same way. See what I mean? It's too much power in one man. Otis, I love you. I love you. The original members of the Temptations started to get their groove. You know, the original members, that would be Al drunk ass Bryant, okay? But it wouldn't be until David Ruffin would enter the group that things started to take off. You know why? Because David Ruffin is the only mother hunchy in the world that can always reach for that high note. Never get it. We hear him struggling, but it sounds so good. Ooh, if I had to sleep on your doorstep all night and day just to keep you from walking away. The Temptations, including David Ruffin, were performing at the 20 Grand when Smokey Robinson walked up to him and said, hey man, I got a song for you. I got a song for y'all. I think it'll work just right. 1965, you got doom, 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 doom. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. Hey, when it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. Oh my God, I love me some David Ruffin. As a result of the success of My Girl, they now on the Ed Sullivan Show, an American Bandstand. Now I know some of you husbands like the Ed Sullivan Show. What is that? That's just because you young bitches don't know. Okay, you young bitches don't know, but I'm here to teach you. The Ed Sullivan Show was this great variety show that incorporated in black guests. Ed Sullivan was responsible for a lot of black entertainers' success, okay? His show was somewhat the platform that black entertainers used to propel themselves into white America, okay? Because Ed Sullivan is a white show. He a lead singer, okay? You know how us ladies feel about a size 17 shoe, reaching for a high note, googly-eyed, but wearing glasses, so he getting the ladies throwing it at him from everywhere. That David Ruffin, he can't resist, okay? Because remember, he is a man who lost his mother, his biological mother at 10 months, okay? So he is always searching for that nurturing, that love through women, but never realizing that no matter how many women you hunch, none of them is ever going to be your mother. I know that sounds weird, but you know what I'm trying to say. Back at home with his first wife, Sandra, that's her name, Sandra, okay? By 1965, there were 3 girls, but there was also well-known infidelity, okay? Sandra sitting back, watching it happen. Back in the day, women didn't just leave their husbands like that. They didn't, unless there was a concern of abuse, and even when it's abuse in a household, back then you just did not leave. Family was very important to African Americans, even if the husband was a raging drunk, even if the ninja lived down the street with his next family, you did not leave, okay? I'm glad that us women, we're stronger now. We're not afraid of the word divorce. But back then, I am so happy I didn't have people in my ears. No, just go to the church. Just pray it away. He'll stop drinking. He'll stop having the babies outside of his marriage. Just pray it away. I'm glad I didn't grow up then. And like I said, there are infidelities. Enter Jenna. Poor Jenna. Oh my God, this girl did not know what happened to her. She still looked like she's stressed out from what David Ruffin did to her. Okay? He gooped her, y'all. He gooped the hell out of that lady. According to Jenna, I don't know. Okay? She said that oh my God. Oh, poor Jenna. She said that when he met her, he said to her, my name is David Ruffino. Ruffino? I'm like, why did you have to turn your name into an Italian name? Because she Italian, okay? Or at least look Italian or something like that. That lady was round there to the Baltimore minding her fucking business in the Baltimore, okay? David Ruffino went up there, wooed her, gooped her, and then she got on the bus to Detroit and found out that he was married with 3 children. The woman, Jenna, said that Davy Ruffin never told her that he was married, nor did he tell her that he had any children. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The Jesus. Oh, my God. Poor, not quite white woman. Oh, David Ruffin gooped the shiz out of her. If I ain't never met a womanizer in my life, I'm glad I didn't meet that one. You know why? Because he would have got me too. Could you imagine? He around there, getting on your nerves, and all of a sudden he just break out in, I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. I'd be done. Come on, nigga, let's go upstairs. Fuck it. All right, Ted Shirley, you be back tomorrow. So David Ruffin is married with 3 babies in Detroit. He got the poor, not quite white woman, Jenna, dropped everything that she did or that she had going on in Baltimore to move down to Detroit. That's when she found out the truth about everything, okay? And guess what the ninja did after that? Dumped them both to move and groove with the Tammy Terrell. We know that he was abusive to the Tammy Terrell because we remember that in the movie, okay? And let me just say, the Temptations movie is still one of the greatest rock movies or musical movies that has ever been made ever in life, okay? That was a very good movie. He's smelling himself. The David Ruffin is smelling himself. You hear me? Okay? He telling Otis, ain't nobody here to see you, Otis. Don't nobody give a fuck about you, Otis. Get in the back, Otis, where you belong, Otis. Because the Diana and the Supremes are now called Diana Ross and the Supremes. David Ruffin thought that, well, we need to become David Ruffin and the Temptations. The group said answer no. It's too many lead singers in the group or too many singers in the group for it to be called anybody's name. And the Temptations. Number one, you had that, what is his name? Eddie Kendricks. Okay? Ooh, keep on trucking, baby. Then you had Paul Williams. But the damn the Paul Williams. And then you had David Ruffin. Bitch, it's three other men or two other men in this group that can lead this group, brother. Okay? And do you think you the only black man that can sing? Okay? That reach for the high note and never get it? And it still sound good? Enters Dennis Edwards. Don't forget that the Temptations didn't get a Grammy until Dennis got there. Okay, so, hold on. Now, remember, y'all, from the Eddie Kendricks Unsung episode that I recapped, Eddie Kendricks was in his feelings when they kicked the David Ruffin out, okay? Again, we all feel the same way. Otis, you got too much power. You just can't wake up one day and kick somebody out. How I know that you won't do the same to me? Remember, also, from the Eddie Kendricks, David Ruffin and Eddie Kendricks came up through the ranks together. Okay, so he had a special bond with David Ruffin. That's part of the reason why he was so hurt when David Ruffin got kicked out. Eddie Kendricks was in his feelings until they got their first Grammy with Dennis the Edwards. David Ruffin on his own, he got one good song. My Whole World Ended. All right, so now David Ruffin solo dolo. Okay, he living high. Ain't nobody here for you, Otis. Okay, come to find out, ain't nobody here for you either, David Ruffin. Because you got that one solo hit, what's the name of it? My World Ended, and then you was dead for a minute. So because he dead, he in his feelings. He mad at everybody. So because he in his feelings, because he had that one hit and ain't nobody biting on anything else, he decided, okay, well, I'll show Motown. He decided to sue Motown to be set free from his contract, which ended in 1975. Berry the Gordy don't let nobody go. He ain't let nobody, nigga, you belong to me. When you sign that contract, you belong to the devil. You done sold your soul to the devil, brother. You're going to stay here and burn with me until we ready to let you go. Now, the rumor is, which I believe is true, okay, is that Motown can be very penalizing towards their artists that don't act right, okay? And David Ruffin's concern was that he had a problem with me, okay? And because he had a problem with me, he not going to have the machine behind me the way that he does with his other artists. If you do not go with the flow, then we're going to put you in a corner and you're going to stay there till you get dust. And no, we're not going to release you from the contract, and allow you to go somewhere else to make money. What we're going to do, go in that corner and you stand there until we tell you to come out. So remember when I told you he ain't got no hits, okay? But he's still shopping like he got 7 hits and 13 Grammys, okay? So now all his money is going down the tubes, all right? Not to mention, we know that there is some drug concerns playing a part in this. Right now, Unsung, they like to keep things as clean as possible. They did not mention how severe his, drug issues were. They just mentioned it in passing. But we know that David Ruffin had his issues. We also know that Dennis the Edwards had their issues. And Eddie Kendricks had his issues. Hence, the 3 lead singers of the Temptations, remember when they went out tour together? I could imagine that tour. It was probably boogity, sugary, and crack pipes everywhere. Now, in 1975, he was blessed with a hit, Walk Away From Love. It was such a groove. I remember looking at that episode on Soul Train, in real time when I was living down there in Sursum Quarters saying, Grandma, who's that old bald head, big head, googly-eyed man standing right there? Because of the hit in 1975, he was able to tour successfully until 1978. Okay, it was a comeback for him. He could sing Walk Away From Love for 3 years and get paid. Shit. Now, when the not quite white woman Gemma started talking about the violence entering the relationship, I thought that woman was, she appeared to be a nervous wreck. I felt so sorry for her. The whole situation was a great goop. And she is there dealing with it, you know? And I'm saying to myself, Gemma, I love you, Gemma. We don't know each other, okay? But Jenna, you know, not quite white woman, okay? I would have just started, you know, gaslighting his ass, all right? You staying in the relationship with him, you know, the man got you scared, you don't want to leave. In addition to you enjoying the spoils of being the wife of David Ruffin, you know, or the, you know, baby mother to David Ruffin, whatever the case may be, girl, you know he can't see. Okay, girl? I would hide his fucking glasses from him. Bad okay. Girls it out. Get his, you know, face wash, put baby oil in it, you know. Start putting, you know, doo-doo in his shoes, the dog's doo-doo in his shoes, so when he walk around, he thinking he cute, you know, until he like, what is that on, what is that smelling? I don't know, baby, that's, nothing's wrong, I don't know. When he go out in public, he smell like dog shit. But that's the kind of things you got to do to them people. I know you like, Nay, that's not right. It's not right. And I'm going to leave it there. Now, his son, by the not quite white woman, is also fearful. Okay, and he is confused. Okay, now he decided when he was young that he was going to start going to the gym. That's how crazy and messed up that relationship was. The son was getting beat also by David Ruffin. Okay, the son said, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to bulk up. Okay, and in that way, when my father come at me, I'm going to whoop his ass. Now, although Ruffin never really talked about his growing up and his childhood in the home back in Why Not, Mississippi and Meridian, Mississippi, his older half brother had explained that the house was tumultuous, okay? That David Ruffin's father, their father, was very, very violent towards the children. You do have a loving stepmother at home who is probably trying her best to keep the ninja off of the kids, you know, but how much can a woman do to protect children that are not hers biologically? So in 1977, he's free from the Motown, okay? And he is with the Warner Brothers label, okay? He released the album, that mother hunchy went styrofoam cup. You heard me. I'm not even trying to make no fun of it, but the mug went wood, plastic fork, potato chip bag, water bottle, whatever you want to say it. It didn't get a gold, a platinum, a silver, a zinc, a mercury, nothing. The label released them. So now in 1982, there's more problems. The boogeyman is at his door. I told you. You can always blame it on the boogie. Blame it on the boogie. You will always find a situation where some star just forgot to pay his taxes, okay? So now he's dealing with tax evasion, okay? Now, I ain't trying to just poo-poo, oh, he forgot to pay his taxes. Let me tell you something. When you don't get taxes taken out of your check, it's hard to pay the boogeyman back at the end of the year, okay? It's hard for you to give up your money that you know you work for to contribute to a system that is not designed to give anything back to you, okay? It's hard to do that because I don't have children. You know, I'm not benefiting from this at all. Them stimmies ain't coming to me. Them stimulus checks ain't coming to me, but you still expect for me to pay my taxes. Boogeyman, I don't have no problem with you, sir. I know you always wishing. I'm just telling you what's in my heart. All is lost. The house is gone. Now he is everywhere with whoever, okay? Because he ain't got shit. The boogeyman is on his neck. So here comes the reunion tour with all the Temptations, the current members and the past members. Now, David Ruffin is ready, okay? He ready to get on board. Now, know this. This was not in the episode of Unsung. David Ruffin really wanted to be back in the group, all right? Otis, his bitch ass, was like, no. We'll see. 1988, they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now, former lead singers of the Temptations, remember when I was talking about them earlier? You got the Eddie Kendricks, you got the Dennis Edwards, and you got David Ruffin. They on tour, and they getting it, okay, with crack pipes around. Getting back to the three lead singers of the Temptations, right? The deal was for you to get $5,000 $100,000 up front and another $45,000 on the back end. Okay? It will be wired to you later. David Ruffin was like, oh no. I want all my money now. You ain't gonna goop me the way I be gooping all these other girls. Because the promoter decided, okay, let me go ahead and give David Ruffin what he want so I can get what I want. He got the money. That ninja took the money and ran his ass down there to Philly, okay, and got busy in Philly, right? Dennis Edwards and Eddie Kendricks is looking for his ass. Brother, where you at? We need you. They want to give us another $100,000 to go on tour again in Europe, okay? Because you know Europe never throw their people away, never. Dennis said to him, brother, where are you? What are you doing? Come back. We need you. We need you. Where's all the money you had? He says it's right here in the briefcase. Briefcase, brother. So Dennis never heard from him again. Okay? What ended up happening was David Ruffin had died in Pennsylvania University Hospital for an overdose on crack. Now, lastly, his children are concerned because of how the paper depicted it all once his father died. Okay, because they said things like he died in a crack house, he was on a crack bench, blah, blah, blah. They said he didn't die in a crack house, he actually died in a hospital. Okay, that may be true, girlfriend, you know. And I know that, you know, the children may think that that is something that the public remembers him from. That's not me. True music lovers are not going to remember David Ruffin as a crack addict. They're going to remember him as the guy who kicked off the Temptations. The crack addiction is just secondary to David Ruffin. So if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe. Now, remember this, the same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down, my naysayers, my patron loves. You babies, have a good one.